Have you ever wondered what karma really is? You might have heard people say what goes around comes around, or you reap what you sow. But is karma just some cosmic vending machine that dispenses rewards and punishments? Let's dive deep into the concept of karma, especially from the perspective of Buddhist philosophy, and see how it applies to our everyday lives. First, let's clear up a common misconception. Karma isn't about fate or destiny. It's not a pre-written script for your life that you have no control over. In fact, it's the exact opposite. The word karma literally means action. It refers to our intentional actions, the things we do, say, and even think with a specific purpose in mind. So karma is not something that happens to you. It's something you do. It's the law of cause and effect, driven by your own intentions. Imagine you're planting a garden. If you plant an apple seed, you expect an apple tree to grow, right? You wouldn't plant an apple seed and expect to get oranges. Karma works in a similar way. Our actions are the seeds we plant. Wholesome, positive actions are like planting healthy seeds. They will eventually ripen into positive experiences and happiness. Unwholesome, negative actions are like planting thorny weeds. They lead to suffering and undesirable outcomes. The key word here is intention. Let's say you accidentally step on an ant while walking. That's not considered bad karma because there was no intention to harm. However, if you see an ant and deliberately decide to crush it, that's a different story. The intention to cause harm is what creates the negative karmic seed. This is a crucial point. It's not just the action itself, but the mental state behind it that matters. Are you acting out of kindness, greed, anger, or compassion? So, how does this process work? Buddhist teachings describe karma as a natural process, like the law of gravity. It's not a divine being judging you from above. When you perform an action with intention, it leaves an imprint or a seed in your mind stream. This seed doesn't necessarily sprout immediately. It can lie dormant for a long time, waiting for the right conditions to ripen. This explains why sometimes we see good people experiencing hardship, or not so good people seeming to have all the luck. We are constantly experiencing the results of actions from the past, not just from this morning or last week, but from months, years, or even, as Buddhist philosophy suggests, from previous lifetimes. At the same time, we are planting new karmic seeds with every intentional action we take in the present moment. This is incredibly empowering because it means that right now, in this very moment, you have the power to change your future. Let's break down the types of actions. There are three main ways we create karma: through our body, our speech, and our mind. Actions of the body include things like being generous and helping others, or on the flip side, harming living beings or stealing. Actions of speech involve speaking truthfully and kindly, or engaging in gossip, harsh words, or divisive talk. But perhaps the most powerful and subtle creator of karma is the mind. Our thoughts, our intentions, our desires, our aversions, are constantly planting seeds. Cultivating thoughts of loving kindness, compassion, and understanding creates positive karma. Harboring thoughts of anger, jealousy, and resentment creates negative karma. This is why mindfulness and mental training are so central to many spiritual paths. By becoming aware of our thoughts, we can consciously choose to nurture the positive ones and let go of the negative ones. So if we've planted some bad seeds in the past, are we doomed? Absolutely not. Karma is not a rigid, deterministic system. While we can't erase the seeds we've already planted, we can influence how and when they ripen. Think of it like this. If you've put a lot of salt in your soup, you can't take the salt out, but you can add a lot more water and fresh vegetables to dilute the saltiness. Similarly, we can purify or weaken our negative karma by performing powerful positive actions in the present. This is like adding fresh water to the salty soup. Acts of genuine repentance, consistent kindness, generosity, and cultivating wisdom and compassion can significantly mitigate the effects of past negative actions. We can choose to stop watering the weed seeds and start nourishing the flower seeds. This brings us to a beautiful aspect of karma, its connection to compassion. Understanding karma helps us develop a deeper sense of empathy for others. When we see someone suffering, instead of judging them, we can recognize that they are experiencing the results of past actions, just as we all are. This doesn't mean we condone harmful behavior. It means we can have compassion for the person while still holding them accountable for their actions. It also inspires us to act with kindness, knowing our actions can have a real positive impact on the world. Let's look at a practical everyday example. Imagine you're in a heated argument with a friend. In that moment, you have a choice. You can react with anger, say hurtful things, and slam the door. That's one set of actions, one set of karmic seeds. The immediate result might be a broken friendship and feelings of regret and anger. Or you can choose to take a deep breath. You can choose to listen, to try and understand their perspective, and to speak with kindness even if you disagree. This plants a different set of seeds, seeds of understanding, connection, and potential reconciliation. The choice is always ours. Every single moment is an opportunity to create the future we want to experience. Karma isn't about punishment, it's about education. Our experiences, both good and bad, are feedback. They are teaching us which actions lead to happiness and which lead to suffering. The universe is a very patient and effective teacher. So how can we use this understanding to live a better life? It starts with mindfulness. Pay attention to your actions, your words, and your thoughts. Before you act or speak, ask yourself, what is my intention? Is it coming from a place of kindness or from a place of anger, greed, or ignorance? This simple pause can make all the difference. Secondly, practice generosity. This doesn't just mean giving money. It means giving your time, your attention, your kindness. When you give freely without expecting anything in return, you create powerful positive karma and open your heart. Thirdly, cultivate ethical conduct. Try your best to avoid harming others through your actions and words. Speak truthfully and kindly. This creates a foundation of trust and peace in your life and in your relationships. Finally, develop wisdom. This means trying to understand the nature of reality, to see things as they truly are. Understanding karma is a huge part of this. When we understand how our actions create our reality, we become the masters of our own lives, not the victims of circumstance. In conclusion, karma is not a mystical force of judgment. It is a natural, impersonal law of cause and effect, driven by our intentions. It empowers us by showing that our future is not set in stone. It is being shaped right now by the choices we make in this very moment. By cultivating mindfulness, kindness, and wisdom, we can consciously plant the seeds for a future filled with happiness, peace, and freedom for ourselves and for all those around us. It's a journey of taking responsibility and becoming the architect of our own destiny. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. We'd love to hear your thoughts on karma in the comments below. See you next time.